Hello and welcome to the Boise State Esports Arena. It's week 5 of the PEC Spring, and things have finally started to shake up in the standings a little bit. Our now first place Broncos are shooting for the 1 seed, and the Kansas Jayhawks are the next opponent at bat. Will the Jayhawks hand the Broncos their second loss of the season, or will they get comfortable at the head of the pack? There's only one way to find out. The casting desk. My name is Zach Munson. Of course, I'm joined by the second round Odin purchaser, Nathaniel Hackney. And Nathaniel, the Broncos are now the number 1 seed in the whole PEC, but that shift didn't actually happen in a game that we got to watch. So can you kind of explain what happened for us?
Yeah, so last week it was Michigan State and the Ohio State playing against each other. Michigan State actually ended up winning 2-0, which you would think would just put us even in the standings. But because the Ohio State hasn't played a game because they had a bye round. It's now 11 wins for Boise State, 10 for them, which means our final match against them will decide who gets the first place seed.
Oh, the drama is building, but before we get started, we need to tell you about our social media. A lot of our teams here at Boise State University have social media pages, and that includes our Valorant squad. So if you want to keep up with all things Boise State Valorant, scan that QR code or head on over to Boise State Val on Instagram and X. Again, that is Boise State Val, all one word. We post schedules, highlights, and content from our Valorant team, so be sure to give us a follow. And last week's game, I mean, it just kind of goes to show that every week is incredibly important, because last week's game against Baylor, you maybe think, oh, high seed versus low seed, but no, getting that win now puts us to 11, and there were some great moments from that Baylor game. Like, specifically, I've got a few in mind, but we'll go to those right now. Of course, this was actually the last round of the half, and I think this kind of shows this specific moment in that game. It shows what Boise State is all about, because as you can see, Skelesis is waiting, playing off the contact from Master, and it's just destruction down long. A full house. That means for us, one player gets 3 eliminations, one player gets 2, and that's the coordination, just the setup that kind of makes the Broncos undefeatable for a lot of these lower experienced teams. Like this time as well, Prestige late flank gets all the action, and the Broncos are looking strong, are they not?
Yeah, they absolutely are, and like you said, Prestige, he set up this flank earlier. If I remember correctly, this was the round where he broke a Killjoy turret that allowed for that flank.
So that game might not have seemed super big at the time, but it ended up being very, very important. And with that match shaping the standings, now we've got the Broncos holding it down at the top of the league. The end of the season opponent, Ohio State, currently in 2nd place. Michigan State is 3rd, with Utah closely contesting them in 4th place. But there's also a 3-win gap currently between 4th place and 5th place, so Kansas is going to be looking to change that, maybe lower it a little bit tonight. The matchups for this week, we've got the Baylor Bears taking their best shot at Michigan State, probably feeling pretty good after that last game. Nebraska is going to begin a late season climb against Syracuse. Minnesota and Utah will do battle. Utah looking to hold on to that 4th place position. But of course, the match of the day is Boise State and Kansas, while Ohio State enjoys another bye round for them. And rosters today looking pretty interesting. You can break it down for us.
Yeah, so for our starting roster, we have Master, Kaz, Daimyo, Skies, and Skelesis. And Coach K actually isn't here today.
I'm in Hawaii.
In Hawaii for another event with our Rocket League team, I believe.
So we've got Coach Sarazola in.
We got Nate here.
Big Bishop Kelly pedigree. A super winning coach, can definitely handle those vibes. And would you like to go over Kansas's roster too?
Yeah, so Kansas, of course, we have War, we have Crispy, we have, I believe it's Googles.
I think it's Goggles.
Is it Goggles?
6shot, and Macroura. So good squad, all pretty close to each other, at least skill-wise, and this one's going to be a very important one for them because, as I had mentioned earlier, they're currently 3 wins behind Utah in the standings, even though it's only 4th and 5th. That's a pretty big gap, so getting this one would mean a lot for not only their confidence beating the top dogs right now in the Broncos, but they would get a little bit closer to that top 4, which I'm sure they're shooting for, but it's going to be a difficult path, of course.
Yeah, they're going to need to win pretty much every game from now on out just to get into that 4-5, switching around the standings there.
I do believe they've already had their bye round, though, so that will help them a bit, but they also might need all the help they can get, including Doc's keys to the game. In Valorant, flank efficiently, chat strats every round, call abilities, aka no flash, and take Wingman with you. Don't leave him on the ground, and all that, of course, brought to you by Blue Ribbon Painting with over 90 years of combined experience. You're proud to be Boise's go-to team of local, multi-generational painters who now know how to level up your home. Visit blueribbonpainting.net. They've known for 90 years, in fact, how to do it. So now, moving forward towards what we're looking at here, I think it's very interesting because towards the beginning of the season, you don't really know what to expect. Then the middle, I think you kind of get more into it. Then late season, things start getting crazy again. And as I know, like Breeze, we're seeing a Breeze decider here as we start out on Haven, moving forward to Bind. And is that true? Boise State bans Corrode.
Yeah, I was told that the Broncos, just weren't feeling Corrode recently, and they were more favoring Abyss. So it makes sense that Kansas banned that. I was also told to expect Haven, and we would snag Bind if we could, and all of those things seem to have come true.
So already the game plan going according to what is to be expected, but like I was mentioning, things kind of get crazier towards the end of the season because once teams are comfortable enough to be able to try new things, that's a big advancement, because in the middle you're just so focused a lot of the time on exactly what's in front of you that you're kind of worried to try new comps and all sorts of this stuff. But now we've got a little bit of space to get active, as it's going to be Haven in the classic Boise State composition. It's either Daimyo or Prestige on the KJ, but it's one of them, and they're strong, as Kansas looking to lock in something very similar with a Yoru maybe instead of that double controller setup.
Yeah, and I feel like Neon and Viper just don't ever mix in my head, but then I watch it play out, and it's always so awesome. But one of them wants to play so slow, and the other one wants to be right in their face.
Well, I think that's a good thing because it gives you variance in how you can kind of choose to play.
Yeah, I suppose so. And also, if you're trying to take that A long space that the Broncos love to take, the Viper wall and then running up with the Neon after helps quite a bit.
And I did mention that you are the second round Odin purchaser, but another one, maybe third or fourth round when it's more reasonable, is Skelesis on the Sova. I see him bring it out quite a lot on this map. They changed the door outside B, like that window. They made it so you can't shoot through that wall immediately, but he still does it anyway. He got like 2 off of it last map, so that could potentially be in the bag. But they actually, I think they are starting out on defense here, so it's going to be kind of, I think, a lot of what we see where they kind of leave the Killjoy alone on site a lot of the time and then play for another part of the map.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see the weak side, strong side idea as we go into Haven.
But Kansas University looking to try and catch up to Utah in the standings while the Boise State Broncos lead the pack and look to lead it even more. But it's got to start here on Haven defense. Pistol rounds, of course, I mention it every time, but always a little contentious for the Broncos. They're going to look to get this one fast.
Yeah, and we always say the pistol's the most important round. So maybe hold back on the shenanigans of playing like the weirder strategy of having the Killjoy solo, because I feel like it's a little bit more easy to get overwhelmed when you're on the pistol round.
It's just riskier for sure, because if that one player's able to get 2 or 3 and hold down that site alone, but no, look, already it's just Daimyo alone, and he might be under some pressure, but looks like Kansas so far, at least from what they're showing right now, are going to take it a bit slower.
Yeah, they got that spike down, just looking to default and figure out where exactly the Broncos are playing.
And it's very, very, very heavy towards C for the Broncos, but the rotate's already kind of coming through. Skelesis backing up cause, maybe a bit afraid of what could possibly happen, but changes his mind, actually groups up towards mid. Skies walking out a door might find something, but it's Cause to find the first instead. Skies backing him up, walking into it. War isn't ready for this. No way, slides out. Skies lines up the shot, has to reload with the dart in the hand, allows him to get one more. Master, the final one to deliver the kill, and the Broncos take a convincing pistol.
And what I really liked about that round was Sky's so calmly aiming while he's reloading. There's 3 dudes looking at him, and he's just like, yeah, I either land the shot or I don't.
That's like a part of game sense that I think that doesn't really get touched on is, he doesn't need to rush his shot there. Makrura already has the dart in his hand. It's not like the dart's going to kill him, so he's able to line up that shot. A lot of players that I know, that's names start with N, maybe shoot too quick and drop that kill there.
Yeah, a couple that start with Z might do the same. Let's not kid ourselves.
But now it's Master. Still has the Bandit full shield in hand as well. Cause being tested a little bit more. Ooh, the double peek. It's hard to find which player to choose there as picks wrong twice, but that might be enough to scare them away for now. Grouping up back towards spawn. Kansas don't really have any space, and if they try anything, they will be met with firepower.
And here's that judge buy that we see Skies get. Master.
Expecting it. Actually playing off his teammate there. Good information. And he looks to accelerate up the flank. Ooh, Skies timing very lucky. Instead, it's B-site, the one weak point for the Broncos. But Skies still has a chance, but Macro, so quick. Master trade. Gets the first, but not the second. Skelesis, there it is. Second round Ares comes through as well as Cause's own gets 2. Only 1 player left. Spike is down, but Daimyo looking for a play. It's clip kind of stolen by Skelesis, but they will take that second round.
And things, honestly, once I saw that judge get into the hands of Kansas, it was a little scary, but yeah, the Ares coming out and just mowing everybody down. There's not much you can do when you're on a save round against an Ares.
Well, especially what it looked like they wanted to do was, oh, let's take this judge, play together, fight the guy outside window, but the guy outside window has an Ares and he's crouch spraying.
Yeah, he's ready for you to go for the judge. It's just very well played overall.
And they get to keep those guns now,
look at the Outlaw and the 2 adaptive shields here.
Oh, man.
That could be a couple of free one-shots.
If Cause can even do damage, because 1 bullet off the Ares softens everyone up. With the ping, though, it's dangerous. Down to 87 HP, actually gets away with the most of it, but he's going to have to be protected by Skies. Backside fast lane comes through, 6-shot, first kill. Daimyo trades it out quickly, but Skies actually flicked on by Macro. Master has to try and recover backside, gets the first, and he knows where the second is, but the bullets are running out. Both players have to reload and take a second chance. Master wants to get ahead of War's rotate. It's a 1v2 right now on site, but he has repositioned. What a play. I don't think they would ever expect this spot as the flank comes through. Goggles wins the fight, and Skelesis has to win with the Ares. It's not the best gun, but the health is on his side. Gets the info. First contact goes through, and now slows down, utilizes the utility. Drone comes through, but it gives away the teleport. Skelesis upgrades the gun, but the shock dart out. It kills him! Skelesis wins with the shock dart! No way!
That is just wrong.
A 3rd round. It never should have happened like this, but Skelesis wins it and keeps the economy flowing in their direction.
Master just holding down that site, and what a nice flank by Skelesis. And then he mind controls the enemy and shoots out the shock dart.
That timing is so unlucky, and the thing is, if he dies while the dart is coming out, he still loses the round. So he literally got like just a perfect timing play, and that even just a round of those margins, now they have the weapons and they force Kansas to try and up the tempo. Skies, crosshair pulled by the drone. Surely you've got to be crazy to keep peeking this, but Skies, maybe not. Feeling completely sane at the moment. Master backside trying to adjust. Stinger out of ammo. Can't get away though. Macro gets the kill, but Cause and Skelesis. Skelesis 4 on the round, looking for the ace. Down mid, 28 HP. Has to try and swap. Has no bullets, but it's sketchy. 1v2 Skies baits for the bullets. And they're waiting to peek. Out he goes. Skelesis trying to get the first, but hold on. Gets the final kill. Skelesis gets the ace onto War through the box. It was a little bit difficult, but he gets there in the end. 2 back-to-back insane rounds for Skelesis, who now sits at 9-1.
It's a shame we didn't have his perspective, but just look at this. All 4 lined up. He just finds every kill.
He was playing like he had an Ares right there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No. 4-person spray transfer is absurd.
Well, and that's when you're able to put one player on, like, they're just leaving B open. Like, it just buys them so much space when you can retake like that. But little ambitious from Daimyo, goes for War, quickly traded Skies, and Master working up. Finally, Goggles takes him down, not dead yet, might even things up. Master going through Hunter's Fury is so big. Lots of damage, but Master can't find an angle. Goggles 3 on the round already. Maybe a little bit over ambitious, but it's not done yet. Look who's alive. Skelis is stepping up so far in this one, but they're not going his direction. Nothing watching this flank, though. He has a timing.
And this plant, if they go for it, could be a little bit dangerous.
Oh, they don't even realize how close.
Oh, no.
He's up flank. The smokes aren't even for them. Oh, but they actually will drop the wall cause. There we go. Spike has been stopped. First kill found, and now Kansas, it's difficult to adjust here. They've got low HP, and they have no idea where cause is. They're so afraid of every possibility. Dark pings both, and in they accelerate cause. Snakebite backside swings through, has to get that regen shield for the little extra advantage that it can provide. Owl Drone goes through, sees the left player, but not the right one. War grabs it all onto Skelesis again, gets the first, ready for the second, but War takes it. Skelis is so good in those clutches, but finally shut down as the Jayhawks get 1 round on the board.
And something you may have not noticed during that whole retake there is the reason why the Snakebite came out was for the Snakebite Shock Dart combo, which can just one-shot any person. And they had information, so.
Oh, with that loss, look at their money. It's kind of weird, isn't it? And the ults.
It is a very strange buy here. 2 hero rifles with cause on the Marshall.
They're awkward hero rifles too, because if they lose this round, they're not going to have enough for a second. Things could quickly get out of control, but they take that space, and that's kind of how you even the odds with lower weapons, is you make the fights in your favor. Skies has been cut off from the support. Skelesis pushing in. Master, the first, the second, looking to be found, but Goggles, good movement. Trades it right back. Out goes the drive. Gets the first, sliding in. Second on the table, but there's so many there. Skies, be careful. War takes him down. Still Skelesis able to perform under pressure. The first, not quite there, but they're all so low. Creative angle, Pythagoras looks for it. Not found, but through the wall. Gets that. One more player, 50 HP, and stuck in the corner. Cause is now peeking, has the angle, sees the barrel. The info is all there, and the shot is finally found. 6 shot eliminated by Cause. 5 rounds for the Broncos.
Yeah, exactly as you were saying during the round. You got to make sure that you take those closer fights if you have closer ranged weapons. I mean, it sounds pretty obvious when you put it like that, but that's exactly what the Broncos did, and it's exactly what
it's harder to set up than you would think. It's definitely more difficult to get those fights than you would expect, but even then, the Jayhawks had the ult advantage, and that one ultimate they used, Sky's ult, it was good. It got them the round, so despite being disadvantaged, at least on paper, they used them a little bit better, but Skelesis is under a lot of pressure. They haven't walked up main so many times, he might not think that they're this close. Here's the clone, and he's not going to fall for that. He's not going to fall for that. Gets the first. Now the trade. Homing through, Daimyo ready for it. Gets the first, and now backs out. Ooh. Careful. War almost able to trade it out, but instead things settle down. 3 on 3, but the rotates coming A, leaves C site open as long as the Jayhawks realize it, and it looks like they don't quite yet.
And they're just walking up so slow. I don't even think they're sprinting in their own spawn right now, the Jayhawks.
They're so afraid of every...
giving so much time to Cause.
Yeah, they're so afraid of a lurk that it gives Cause time to lurk. And now he's in position. Gets the first.
He just plays numbers here.
Oh, what a smart play. He could go for more and try and get a timing, but instead he knows he has the advantage. Master walking through, buys time with the wall. A perfect shot on the wall, and it's one player remaining. It's Macro.
Oh,
what a shot from Master. A pre-fire puts Macro in the dirt. 6 rounds now for Boise State. And no ults used that round.
No ults at Hall. And Kansas is starting to lose that ult advantage that they had. And this is just a disgusting shot coming up here.
I mean, they still have the advantage, but you got to get rounds at some point with them. You got to start using them.
Yeah, but it's starting to narrow. It's becoming less and less that they're going to matter, because once the lockdown comes through with the Viper's Pit,
oh man,
what are you supposed to do?
They're grouped outside C, but Viper's Pit is online for Cause. He might even find a shot here.
So tight.
Look at that pixel angle. The head revealed. But the bullet not landing. Instead, Dimensional Drift coming through. Bullseye getting good. Trying to use all the util, but Cause is alive! How is Cause getting that? Backside Cause stands strong in the face of everything. Weathers the tornado and delivers a perfect kill, and now giving so much space. A second peek from Skies, 5 HP. Dart's gonna ping him. Hunter's Fury doing the work. It's just Macro. What a shot. Hold on. Don't disrespect it too much. Macro could play into this, but he doesn't have the spike. It's been noted in Cubby, so only so many places he can really go now.
Yeah, he's just slowly walking up, trying to see if there's any
I like that
approach
peek.
to this angle.
Skellis is peeking through his teammate's Nano Swarm because he wouldn't
never expect it.
Yeah, you would never really expect that, but now Macro's
look
gotten
at
a
the timing.
Ooh, and the first. And now he even has a shot to spike, but look at this.
What is this?
Skellis is rapping. Why would
around the world
Why would you ever expect this? Skellis is 30 seconds to play with, and he's back on site.
Macro just cleared
no
this.
way you would expect
man.
that. Skellis is cerebral right now. 7 rounds for the Broncos, and how many? 17?
17 kills? What? He's getting 2 kills per round?
He's just walking on water right now, cannot be stopped. And so many of these, he's the last player alive winning clutches. Maybe Cause told him something before the game.
Shared the secret.
The secret method to the clutches, but instead now it's the Jayhawks taking a timeout as nothing really has gone in their favor so far. But if there's anything to be happy about, they've at least gotten to like 1v2s and 1v3s a lot, but they just haven't been able to win them.
Yeah, a lot of these fights are coming down to they're giving too much space to the defenders, and then by the time they would have been able to plant and be in a favorable situation, they just aren't. They're 20 seconds behind on tempo every time, and it's causing them to lose a lot of, in my opinion, very winnable rounds.
Well, even that last one, Macro made an amazing play.
Yes.
Like, that flank is
never
ridiculous.
expected.
Yeah, realizing he has a minute to work with, but even then, Skellis is just another layer deeper than that. It's very impressive so far how they're playing this Haven, which they really hadn't even played until about halfway through the season. They hadn't even played Haven a lot.
Yeah, they hadn't even touched it really, other than presumably in tournaments outside of this league.
And now, that was 3 ults.
That they used, yeah, Cause just stood there like he was playing like Vito.
And 8 like 2 of them practically a lineup. Look at that lineup. What?
Oh, man.
It covers door.
Everything.
That is insane. I've never seen that. It covers all of mid. It's just, you can't go there now. Cause has just completely blocked it off.
Yeah, mid is just a complete no-fly zone. But it looks like
Oh, and look at Master.
Oh.
He used it to get a timing out mid.
Oh, man.
This is just wicked. I don't think it's going to be rewarded because Kansas is playing it so slow, but what a smart play. The longer that it's up, the more info you get. You know where they're not. But towards A, it looks like the Jayhawks have decided where they want to go, and it's going to be only 1 degree to war. That's just Master on the lurk, and Bullseye another. Lockdown does come down by Daimyo, and he wants to get ahead of it, but now running out, I think they might just rotate. Look how fast they're running.
They only have one option, though. They have to push C or re-hit A. Like, there's not really much for them to do here.
Oh, they're going to send a late lurk through War, is going to try and sneak through, but Cause is so ready. There's no way that this can work, right? Oh, but Cause turning his back finally, but War uses Util, makes himself known, back towards A, they run. Daimyo is going to be the only player to greet them. Cause snakebite catches War, accidentally steps in. It wasn't an important kill. Now Daimyo can play backside. Oh, everybody's running in. The first delivered, the spray not found on the second. But still, it's Cause and Skies alive, and they've trapped the players onto site. They can't play late, so the kills are going to have to come through. A flank delivered, and it's a trigger discipline play, but Sixshot gets the perfect adjustment, now leaving it to a 1v2. Cause maybe wanting to prove that he is the real clutch king of the team. Isolating the fights, they are playing by themselves, but Goggles just gonna win the 1v1. Well played, and Skies had an amazing trigger discipline opportunity, but Bullseye jumping just made it impossible.
Around the corner, yeah.
He made it too hard to hit, so
that was crazy.
Maybe a bit of luck there, but luck.
Hey, it's a factor.
A round is a round. Everybody's got to get lucky to win. And now, I mean, the Broncos have no more ultimates to their name. Money a little awkward as the Jayhawks still could get to 5 here.
Yeah, and the Jayhawks have that lockdown, which I think they were planning to use last round before Cause ended up picking them off. And it might come into play here through this garage push.
It's too much pressure this time. They can't hold it. Instead, Skies, though, has a flank. He does this play at least once a game, and this time it could be so incredible. But Daimyo, isn't ready for them to be double holding flank, and now they might pop it, but it might be a fake because they could just easily go back to A with their lead player. Doesn't commit off of it. War a little bit afraid to go. Instead, Skelesis now, it's his turn to hold sight. Looking 1v3, the first, the second, peeking, but Bullseye gets it, as well as Sixshot with the quick trade. Again, 2v3, but this time they have to contend with the flanker, and the guns are bad. It's a classic and no armor, but Skies here again, and this time, Bullseye still gets it. Kansas now starting to string a few rounds together. The Broncos will be able to fully purchase up here. Actually, they won't.
Not able to completely purchase. Maybe a bit of a hero rifle came through last time.
Interesting, though. Is Macro still on Light Shield, even though he could probably be bought? Oh, yeah, there it goes. Why coming through from War? Actually, the Odin.
And the Broncos looking pretty aggressive in their posturing here.
It's a weird setup. 2C3A, the entire middle of the map is open, but it might not matter if they're able to get that early aggression to pay off. Through the smoke, Daimyo wants to do it so bad, but now it's just not feasible. Thinking about it, peeks his barrel through. Shot not found, and instead he's taken to half HP for his efforts. Master, what an alarm bot. Goggles plays off of it perfectly and takes down Master, but would you ever expect Skies here?
I don't think I would. This is just a crazy flank here.
Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's even going to be tested. It's going to be Daimyo instead, but that turret, it makes a mid-peak almost unreasonable.
Oh, man.
Warm-up shot on the turret there as Skelesis trades out the mid-lurk. It's always War looking for that, but instead Dimensional Drift comes through. Bullseye clearing outside, and it's about as clear as it could get. Cause has been noted, and he's being sprayed down to 7 HP, and he has to leave if he even can. Skelesis pays the price for his positioning. But Skies up the flank. It's now only a 1v2. The first found. It's one player left. Goggles, backside, looking for it, trying to play ahead of it a little, scared to peek. And I wouldn't peek if I was him either. Skies, fast lane comes through, slide available to him, depending on how he wants to use it. Goggles tucks in towards the corner. The site has been cleared. Skies uses the slide and finds the shot. 4 kills and a clutch for Skies as the Broncos get up to 8.
And that was a very smart play by Skies at the very beginning in A lobby when he went. Basically, there was one guy flanking, and then he comes up and stands where the guy who was flanking just died with a judge. And then when everybody leaves, there's just a rifle for him. So
Yeah,
it's a win-win situation.
The info, the rifle, and a free flank after War got picked mid. There was nothing to watch it. So just so smart. Skellis is just lapping the lobby still. No one even has, well, I mean, Skies has half his kills, but no one else even contending. Again, a different setup comes through from the Broncos, and this time that's the drone out instantly. Master loves to take these fights, and War is down to Tango. Gets the first. Now Master has to pop the not dead yet, can't take it with you. Uses it and tries to find the fight on the goggles. It's delivered. Now a second chance as life as Daimyo gets another down mid. They're all grouped up. As the wall drops, Master's gonna have to face the music, but maybe he wants to. 6-shot instead, with War finding every kill. They tried to attack on every front, but instead it was all taken into account by the Jayhawks. One player remaining, 23 HP. It's nigh impossible here for Cause. The entire Kansas team looking to play post-plant. They've got Hunter's Fury.
And the Nano Swarms potentially, as well as those shock darts.
You can see one right there. It's pretty much impossible for Cause to win this one, but you might as well try. It's last round. The time ticking slow. He's got so much to watch.
They could be anywhere from his perspective.
Here's the jump spot. He's going to get to shoot the Nano Swarm out early as the spike comes through. He has a chance to start sticking, but War, a 4K of their own, gets the Jayhawks up to 4 on the half. But the Broncos still leading by 4 rounds, looking to take control as we go to the second half of this first map.
And if you thought that the Broncos were playing fairly aggressive on the defense, the attacking half is going to be a completely different story.
Before we get into that, we'd like to thank ICCU for their continued support of Boise State Esports. Thanks to ICCU, Boise State Esports has won multiple national championships and piled up more than 1,500 wins. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Visit ICCU.com. And how do you think the Broncos are going to play this attack here?
I would imagine we're going to have our flank wall that's always there. This one is just, it provides so much value to the game. And then probably just Neon run in. But I could be wrong.
Looks like you might be right so far. 4 players grouped out outside A. Recon Dart dodge, but Bullseye is close to the wall. If it drops, he's in prime position. But instead it goes down, and they think it might just be a lurk. Cause back towards Bullseye, finds it. What a shot, a 6-shot closing down the other entrance to the site. Gets the first onto the opposing Neon, and now it's difficult. Ran into a bit of a wall. Master actually able to retrieve the ghost and get out, but 3v5, you pretty much reset the round in a much, much worse position.
Yeah, the prospects of this round are pretty grim considering that no clove smokes are online.
Macro gets the jump spot, the information gain, but Daimyo's so fast, they might not expect him. Peeks through. Oh, the timing could not be better, but the shots can't be found. A flawless round for Kansas. It's what you're going to want to see if you're a Jayhawks fan on the pistol.
Yeah, but you could also just as easily say, as a Boise State fan, it's just the pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much split the pistols every single map. Seems like we always win one, lose the other. Interesting scenes, but they continue on, and you know they have a proclivity to win these ones, especially you've got players like Master investing in a Sheriff.
Yeah, and I've seen what this man can do with the Sheriff. It's a scary sight to see. We're going to see him just now.
Oh, the peek coming through on Bullseye, but it's a little bit ill-advised. The trade is, oh, Goggles getting that one actually, and another evens things back. A brief bit of hope possibly extinguished for the Broncos as they get that first kill, but Goggles holds strong with the Spectre. Weapon advantage a little bit too much to overcome as the spike in the open can just be held. It's only a classic on Cause, trying to swing and get anything, but actually, they've grabbed the spike, but it was not without punishment. 6-shot takes down Cause and 16 HP on Daimyo. A difficult round, maybe just trying to find anything, get one kill, but instead a full house for Kansas on their anti-eco.
I have never seen a Spectre do that much work from that range. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, you don't see, like, people just don't really buy the Spectre very much anymore. Like, I feel like it's all
either Bulldog or
like
Sheriff.
Outlaw even,
yeah.
but Goggles showing why he bought it. Good eco kills as they get an early head start on their ults, but rifles are now on the side of the Broncos.
Yeah, something that the Broncos might want to be aware of is that Neon ult coming up pretty fast. But other than that, there really isn't anything to worry about in this round. They have the rifle advantage, and that Sova Dart will come out telling Kansas it's not a long right now.
Oh, they're sending quick rotates. They think it's a fast C push, but it's really not. Broncos keen to wait. They like to do this a lot on their attack. Change up the pace after going so quickly before. Now they slow it down and have Skies. He loves to do this. You would never expect it from the Neon, but he is the one to try and take some solo space towards these B-site pushes sometimes. In the corner, War. Bandit in hand, but it could do damage from this range if they're not ready. A Bucky as well, but 4 players here. Daimyo's out on site already. 6-shot taken down. Daimyo still looking for more. Smoke cuts off the site. Nothing really to be found, and ooh, a Paranoia. It's so perfect, but Goggles is afraid to push off of it. It now fades away. Skillesis takes down War in Garage, but the double peek comes through at the perfect time. Cause still strong towards main, able to trade it out as they could possibly go towards B if they want here. Cause a little bit stuck, but looks like they actually just want to go out backside. Skies finds everyone. 9 rounds for the Broncos. Skies, you might lose those first 2, but we're right back in it now with these rifles.
And the way that they just collapsed onto the site, it was such well played. Like, every single part of the site was being seen at the exact same time by everyone, and that's the... Once again, we always talk about how the team is very coordinated, but
yeah,
that right there should show it to you.
You know this about me, but like, they had the prime chance of doing what I think is really annoying in ranked, which is just we know both players on C. We don't gotta be here. Let's just rotate to A. But instead, they're confident in taking those fights, and they do it well. This time, lots of pressure towards A, but you can kind of tell it's fake just by the fact that the spike has not been picked up yet. 3 players here. It's too much to want to push into anyway, and they get the Owl drone for about free, or as free as you can get in this Valorant economy. Minus 400 credits. Skies stays positioned towards here as they want to push, but he's past the blind side. Skies and Cause line him up and knock him down. Acro able to get out, but on such low health. It's a 1-for-2 trade, exactly what you want to see off a default, because look at Daimyo now. Map has been opened up, segmented into different parts, and Daimyo is in such a critical position, but I mean, it's difficult to kind of choose where you want to go here still, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not a lot of obvious choices because from Daimyo's perspective, I mean, the Jayhawks could be really anywhere on the map. And it seems like the A push is what we're going to see as this long space is taken. But that does open you to a couple of flanks.
They've got to deal with macro too, towards short, but they look so ready for it. Tap comes through. What a smart play by Skelesis, knowing that macro's hanging around still as the flank. The fight is going to be found by Cause. War tries it, and one more player. 6-shot has been noted as Daimyo accelerates towards the flank, gets the first bullet, and gets the kill. 10 now for the Broncos. What a flank by Daimyo. How patient was that?
And that clip that we saw at the beginning was almost an exact recreation of it right there, where we have the Killjoy lurk through Garage, and then we have Master drawing the crosshair and fighting.
That's a different player, by the way.
Yes.
That was Prestige that did that last time. Daimyo does it this time. I mean, these players just know exactly what they need to do in each situation, and they've got Kansas on such poor money. I almost would like to see him get a couple more Stingers. Those were working before. Yeah,
the Stingers and the Spectres were working pretty well for them. Ooh. Recon Bolt comes out, but Cause instantly breaking it.
Well, and the fact that he does that, they just backed up. They wanted to fight for A, but Cause walks out, shoots the dart, and they all leave as Skies gets the mid player. Now B is wide open. Cause up lurk as well. 6-shot gets one. Quickly traded. Daimyo through the wall. All 3 players taken down in quick succession. Boise State up to 11. 2 more needed to put Haven away.
Something that I've been noticing in these rounds is the Jayhawks don't exactly know how to deal with this Viper wall. They either overcommit or undercommit resources, and it just leaves them in a bad spot every time. Sometimes you just need a guy who swings through and like goes for the kill.
I really like that point just because they use the dart cover and the recon dart to get the space. Cause walks through the smoke, shoots the dart, and all of them fall back to site.
All leave.
Every single player does not want to fight it anymore, and when you're giving up that much space, the attack is
the map.
cheesing. Just absolutely giant grins on their face as they can walk up and scale for free. Seaside is the destination. Recon Dart comes through alongside with the fast lane, kind of blocks it off a little bit, but the Hunter's Fury still is getting so much value. Tons of damage found back site. Master gets the first, and now such a great spot here. It's way more difficult to deal with that angle than you think, because Skies can play the trade, can wait for the lockdown to pop as well. Kansas have to decide if they want to wait it out or go. They want to wait it out, but that might be the wrong decision. Time ticking so low. Daimyo, what a peek on the first. Finds it. Master now scaling forward, ready for everything. So much damage on the second, but it's not quite enough. Skies peeks to the smoke. A weird timing, but it's only one player left. Six shot trying to do some damage with the ult, but it's Kaz putting the Broncos on match point on the first map.
And that overdrive might have been useful for Kansas to have in this following round, as the Viper's Pit can come down, and that's a pretty good way to deal with it.
That's like that's an angle hold to me that's like really fake, what Goggles is holding there, because if you're Goggles, you think, okay, they're gonna peek, and if they peek, I'll take them, but that's exactly where you're expected to stand.
That is the spot.
The honest on angle of all time. Like,
just a little bit more to the right or a little bit more to the left, and you're a lot safer.
It's like a psychological game a lot with how quick these kills can come down. Games are taking place here. Two players push out short, facing the wall, but Skelesis, the one with the spike, is holding it, and he's so ready. They're trying to explore a little, but Skelesis is still waiting here, still holding strong.
Man.
Spots the head, and now they fall back. Four players have already rotated towards A, but the spike was never there in the first place, and Skelesis is still ready, still notes Goggles, and think about how much information Skelesis has gotten versus how much Kansas has gotten off of that. But what? Daimyo is on B! How did Daimyo get here? The first bounce sprays to the smoke. Reload has to come down. He's getting chased by everyone, but he's still alive for the time being. Sprays through the smoke. If he can get a couple more, it's so important. Through the smoke as well. Skies, the first with the shorty. Daimyo backside, waiting for the peak. Ooh, catches ahead, still trying to deliver. It's Master instead, though, pushing forward and closing the map out for the Broncos, 13-6. And what a map it was. Skelesis, the standout performer for sure, but everybody, of course, had their moments. What a crazy game from Skelesis.
Yeah, just absolutely beautiful. 17 kills at eight rounds.
Well, and think about if you didn't do those plays on those first 3 rounds going into it, that looked so much different. It could have been split 2-2, 2-3, but instead they get out to a 7-1 lead before Kansas is even able to really rally back. Good play out of all of them. I mean, they're about as even as you could get. 12 kills across the board, except for 6 shot, getting a couple more, but you're going to need couple like crazy standout performances to take down the Broncos when they're shooting like that.
And a trend we often like to say, well, first,
we'd like to give a thank you to Dairy West, because today's stream is brought to you in part by local dairy farmers and the dairy protein they produce. Thanks to them, Boise State Esports has access to next level fueling options that keep our players playing at their peak. Unbottled dairy protein that powers your performance. Visit unbottled.com for more info. And what were you going to say?
Well, the scoreboard's gone now, but we always say how first kills matter a lot, right? But in that game, the first kills were relatively even, almost Kansas beating out Boise State there. So you might be wondering kind of where did they go wrong? Mm-hmm. And I would argue it was just the approach on the defense, where a lot of the times they were rotating through spawn, so Daimyo just gets to take free map space.
Yeah.
And then also that wall that Kaz kept throwing up, they would commit resources, then give the space again. Or they would just not commit any resources and then also give the space. So there's like a fine medium here.
Yeah.
There's a golden mean of
like
what you need to do.
the Jayhawks will have a decent amount of stuff to talk about now in between maps, as well as we have a good amount of stuff to think about too. So we'll join you right back after just a quick break, but don't go anywhere.
How's it look so far?
Great.
Comfortable?
Yes.
Times and places all in who you share 'em with. Joy,
I got in.
who you share it with.
This is a great use of your home equity.
Who you share it with.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. It's finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Now earn up to 4 times the rewards with the ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card. It's the credit card from the credit union you love.
Welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena, where the Boise State Broncos have taken a 1-0 lead after the conclusion of Haven. 13-6 result. The strong performance from Skelesis as well as the rest of the team holding it down as we now look forward to Bind, which is not the greatest sight for the Jayhawks if they're looking to come back into this one, which obviously they are, but because Bind is probably, I don't know, it's difficult thinking about Corrode versus Bind in terms of this Broncos squad of which is better, but it's clear that they think Bind is their strongest map.
I would argue Bind probably is the map, the strongest one, and I think it really comes down to, like, so on Haven we were seeing the wall have a lot of impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of forcing it on Haven. Like, I'm not gonna lie, no one really plays like that, like Viper like that.
Mm-hmm.
She's not the most popular pick, is what I'm getting at. But on Bind, it's like
Everybody
best in
plays
slot, and that's probably part of the reason why Bind is just so
My
incredibly
argument
good for this team.
for a different map would be like the players don't know what I know Corrode is your best map. When I watch, you guys just look better on Corrode. So that's not really like it's definitely between those two for me, but since you were just telling me the vibes are a little off on that map, I'm not surprised we're seeing them go on to Bind. They're on attack first this time, so a chance to kind of keep that aggressive momentum moving forward, but for the side of the Jayhawks, actually looking back, like while we were thinking about it, there were like a lot of rounds that could have gone their way if just a few things were different. Think about the one round with Macro versus Skelesis. Think about the Skelesis 1v3 at the beginning. Think about like the Ace round. There were so many where if you just get a few things to go a little bit differently, you might have won. But to me, if you've got like enough rounds like that, that's kind of a pattern in and of itself.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of rounds as well that like were even smaller things. It was like, if we don't slow walk for these 3 seconds as Kansas, we have a better timing and might win that round. Or if we send one guy not through spawn, then we'll have once again more map space and a slightly better chance of the round. It's things like that where I feel like they're so close to winning the rounds, even though it says 13-6 at the scoreboard.
Yeah, well, like. People say it a lot more for more traditional sports like basketball or football, but they say winning is a skill. It's like if you win every game super close, it's like, oh, this team's so lucky. Like, no, winning is a skill. And I kind of feel that way a lot of the time for Val, where when you're in those 1v3s and those 1v4s, it's not just luck that you're winning all those. It's you're putting yourself in the position and you have the ability and the mechanics like, oh, who knows, maybe you wouldn't get it against Ohio State or something, but still being able to win those rounds is a skill, regardless of like what it looks like.
Yeah, I think something about this game is like on paper, it's a 50-50, the situation that we're in, right? But like some people just like those clutch situations more, and it's more like a 60-40 for them.
And when you're talking about experience, I mean, look at Skies, look at Skelesis. These players have been playing for so long, so much experience in these situations and with the whole rest of the team. And like, I feel like every time I watch one of them make a play, like we sit for 30 seconds and just talk about like, oh, did you notice how he did that? Like, did you see that? Like that minor little thing. And I think those give you like you said, I think it's even more like an 80-20 kind of advantage in 1v1 situations like that.
Yeah. And then it comes back to the experience with the team play as well. Like every single time the Jayhawks, their roster has been switched around at the semester, and that's not the case for Boise State. And so when we're watching a lot of these rounds, like they're not even communicating anything to each other, and they're throwing snakebite shock dart at the same time off of a Sova ping.
It's just what they do. It's next level, like, because everybody likes to talk about communication. Keep the comms flowing. Everybody needs to talk, but when you get to the point where you know what the other person's going to do without them saying it, that's like next level synergy when things start to really click. And I mean, I think the Broncos have been there for quite a while at this point now. Obviously, the standings reflect that they're 11-1, but I mean, I like that you get to see it no matter what. It doesn't seem like they ever really have maybe just like a moment, maybe a round where it slips, but instead, like they kind of just keep it. That's just how they are. That's their procedure, and they're looking good doing it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to Coach K forcing them to play a lot of games together. It's really only a skill that you acquire through just repetitions. So,
well, and we need to, of course, give a shout out to Coach Sarazola today for being the vibes guy, bringing up everything. Of course, I mean, he's done it. He's proven to be able to do it really, really well at the high school level. Of course, filling in while Coach K is gone today and keeping things flowing as they normally are. Doesn't look like they're missing a beat in any way. So shout out to him.
Yeah, I feel like every team needs the vibes merchant, and just being able to provide that and sell the vibes to everybody is so great. And it really does show and reflect through, just like you're saying, that his high school record and undefeated team in the state of Idaho.
And I mean, that's kind of people that they bring in at Boise State winners. As the Broncos continue to win, and they need one more to go up to 12-1 in the standings. The Jayhawks are going to have to face a very, very difficult proposition at Boise State bind is not something that they typically, that you really want to play against. But the fact that they left it open to me kind of shows that they're confident enough that they're willing to go there. Because if they were that scared, they would have banned it.
Yeah, but like I've kind of said, the stuff that we were doing on Haven is like, it's like a little forced the way that they were playing it. But on Bind, that's just what you do. Taking the early space and then weak siding on the other side of the map, that's just how you play Bind defense. You know, putting up the lurk wall, that's just how you play Bind attack. So it's the map just favors the Broncos playstyle even more than the other maps.
This is very strange. I haven't seen a comp like this in forever from the Jayhawks.
Oh,
they don't have if they lock this in, they don't have a flash. So they're really, really betting on their defensive half to run up the score here. Double Sentinel, but it's like the Broncos sticking with what they know best. I will bet you my entire life savings you can see Skelesis jump spotting B long and then hitting his concussive blast off of it.
and maybe, just maybe, the Jayhawks know that. And they're going to throw Deadlock Gravnet with the paint shells.
With the season, the paint shells to delete him. But
just, yes, that could be the idea behind the draft.
To see how much these teams have researched each other as we go on to the potential last map of the game or a stepping stone to game 3 as we head on to Bind, the Broncos' strongest map. But the Jayhawks are not ready to give up quite yet. Currently trailing in the series, but anything can happen in the PEC. But of course, it's going to be the pistol.
The pistol, which counts as 2 rounds if you really look at it, except for sometimes because Boise State tends to have economic upsets, it seems.
That's something that just being mechanically better will win you a lot of the time. Is those thrifties are kind of to me a sign of if a team is really good mechanically, they get a lot of thrifties. But one final thing I want to say before the round starts is I like that you mentioned that because these teams have had a lot of time to research each other now. The Broncos have 12 games on tape that you can go and watch where they do a lot of the same kind of strategies. So we'll have to see if maybe the Jayhawks have been watching film. But a slow start, as usual on Bind here.
And out comes that Tejo drone, clearing all of Hookah. And Skies is ready to maybe go in.
He's so ready. You can see it in just the way he's carrying himself, but it might be scary. There's 3 players already here. Out goes Skies, backside, classic, ready, gets the burst and sets up Skelesis. The mines find one, and instead it's all the Broncos running through the site. The Cubby player not long for the world, and it's just 2 in spawn. 6-shot and War lining up. Master gets the first. Skelesis jumping through, right clicks, but it's Skies to find it for the flawless pistol round once again.
And it looks like we have the vision lines showing.
Interesting.
Maybe a bit of a fly cam illusion here.
Those are interesting. It's cool to kind of cool to see that sometimes. Like I forget that that's in the game, and it's kind of cool because it shows how procedurally set up they were. Because I was like, oh, Skelesis is swinging, but like you can see
there's
both
like
players behind him ready and watching as the money is in their favor now. We'll have to see if pistol round really does mean 2 here. A lot of players looking to fight Shower. It's only 1.
And the salvo just ruins the play there. They can't swing out.
It stalls them so long that now the rest of the team is already on site. If they want to turn back, they're going to have to funnel through the door. They've cut themselves off, but they actually get out in time. The cage helps them as they can flood back site and get in a little bit War. Find Skies, and that's an upgrade for the weapon. The spike really can't come down. There's too many players. Bucky, oh, War finds it. Bucky is getting so much damage done in U-Haul. And Master's a little bit trapped now, and the spike is down. They have to retrieve it. Vandal dropped to the healthier player. Skelesis giving up his weapon to the healthier Master. He's looking to try and find anything. Cause doesn't realize that he can be seen from this angle like we do, but the shots aren't found. And now Cause gets the first and has a chance at more. Skelesis through the box. It's 1 versus 4. Cause swung, and it's just too much to contend with. 6-shot finds it, and you might have given a little bit of a caster curse there.
Yeah, maybe. Something that we didn't mention is the swap out here for players in the roster. We have Prestige playing in place of Daimyo now. It seems the Killjoy expertise is no longer needed.
Skies is really good at, Prestige is really good at Sky, is what I was trying to say. Sky the agent.
It
So
was
I'm not
the-
surprised they bring it in this situation, but that was weird. It looked like the stack shouldn't have paid off like that, but they were just able to get back onto site even though they didn't read correctly.
Yeah, it really seemed like they had kind of no place getting back onto site that easily. And Kaz is just walking up so slowly, clearing every angle, looking for a fight. And he's isolating the ones here.
Ooh, 6-shot wins it. What a fight from him, but Sky's still in on site with the buck. He has to be dealt with. He wants all the smoke, barrel pokes through, and instead it's the pistols on site to find the others. Master Ambitious wants to peek, but knows it's probably a bit ill-advised. Takes his friend with him. 6-shot is standing tall, though. Hold on.
But he's
1v2.
so low.
He's 11 HP. It's just so
Sneeze.
much but prestige. If he peeks too early, this could be bad. Instead, he's playing off the contact of Skelis. Stun comes through, and Prestige gets the kill. A thrifty right on back for the Broncos.
If this entire game ends up just being thrifty after thrifty, oh, I don't know. That would just be not right. And that Bucky buy, I feel like whenever the Broncos are down and I see a Bucky in Skies' hands, I feel like the chances of the round go way up.
I think it almost kind of makes you play smarter, because when you have Vandal, a lot of the time you'll almost just autopilot a little, like, oh, I'm just playing this like every round. I take this angle, look this angle. But when you know that you have to play differently, you're going to think about whatever you're doing a little bit harder. Master being tested by 2. 6-shot and bullseye, but they don't want to peek it. Could be any amount of players back there. They have no other information as Skies gets his signature fight down showers. When you see the waylay, you just assume that's where the push is going to be. It's only one player here.
Yeah, and that could be
Oh, wall going down. Macro. Maybe a little lucky to not get spotted there. Gets into U-Haul. The drone won't even clear it either. Just instead it makes space for Skies, who wants to push out smoke. Dropping. What does he decide to do here? The rest of the team is over in support. And they've got a lot of space on site. Skies still biding his time. The rest of the team instead comes out first. Grab net's so good, but Macro can't get anything off of it. Backside Skies pushes through. The first bounce, 6-shot standing tall still. Uses the showstopper, nothing gained. Has to walk out the other way, takes the fight. 6-shot wins it. But it's still a 2v3. Backside, though, still they stand tall,
30 seconds
looking
left.
for the peak, but
Enemy
instead,
remaining.
Skelesis gets it. A knee spotted. So aware of the possibility of a flank, but War is main. Not main, sorry, CT. Walking through about the angle you would expect a player to be in this situation. He's gotten a lot of space. He's gotten out. War has a chance. Has to fall back. It's so many angles to contend with. Cuts him off. Tries to take the 1v1 with the cage. Turns through. Has the timing. Gets the first. Prestige standing tall. Waiting for the wrap and gets it again. Prestige with the dagger on 2 straight rounds to get the Broncos up to 3.
And it's just one ult point away from 2 very important ultimates for the Broncos here. Something I want to
30
talk
seconds
about
left.
is
Wow.
when Skies entered that site, he was only looking at U-Haul. There's like 5 angles he needs to clear, and he just trusted that the initiator utility cleared it all out for him and just went in and profited off of that. And that's a really important thing for duelists, is just
Yeah, when you
complete
can trust
in
your
your
team,
team.
it makes things so much easier because you don't have to look at every angle. Like, Skies is quick with his mouse, but he's not quick enough to look everywhere. He likes it when he can focus on one player. He has the chance here. Takes down the bomb buddy, but that's the refract used so early that it might be difficult to push up. He has the dash, but with no refract, it's a lot more of a commitment. 6-shot is going to walk right into his crosshair.
And the Convergent Paths is online now.
A wide swing, and you're right, the ult could be used. Instead, he just takes the fight. Goggles, wow, through the box. Sheriff, strong towards backside. Bullseye as well. And the trip, ooh, maybe a little bit backfiring. War, the one to be shot instead. Still towards U-Haul. Bullseye looking to try and upgrade a weapon if possible, but it's just the Sheriff and it's just the shorty for Master. So much space being made, and they know about the flank. Macro, the last one, but they don't. They don't know about the flank. I thought they did, but now Macro has a chance instead. Once again, it's Prestige ending out the round. The Broncos get up to 4, but no spike money. Unfortunate. They couldn't quite get the spike down, but they'll take the round in the old orb.
Is that 3 rounds there where Prestige in a row, Prestige ending the round off? That's something to note for sure. Just always finding that last kill.
To me, what that means is that's how you lose 1v3s is the first player dying. That's how you lose those. So he's not even giving him a chance to even think about it, just taking him right out. Because War, on that round, if he kills Sky...
If he kills Prestige, there's a pretty good chance.
I keep mixing up Prestige with Sky.
Because he's on the character
he's
Sky.
playing, and I keep saying Skies. But no, Skies is on Waylay, and he has full utility ready to rumble.
Convergent paths.
Out it goes, Dash. Backing it up, it catches one towards CT. What a transfer from Master onto another Goggles. Gets traded, not dead yet. Utilized backside bullseye, has to try and live, but can't. Prestige takes him down, and now Master can buy so much time pushing through. They have to run away.
Look at all this space that he's creating.
And that buys so much time because the plant comes down and they have to re-clear all of this. Neural Theft certainly helps with that though. Perfect time to use it. Seekers note both the players, and that makes it so easy for the Broncos. They just have to hold this doorway. But War buys them a timing, as well as the cage coming down to try and make things
The
difficult.
high-low has been called.
Satchel out.
Satchel comes through, they're expecting it, but the spray with the Phantom, big damage, but they want to fight in, they go and down, they fall, but Six Shot wins it.
Through the cage.
Walks into the cage, out of the cage, gets the first and back in to throw off the spray. What a play from Six Shot, who's really been the anchor thus far for Kansas as they get up to 2.
And that cage was just very well placed in general. It completely stopped the opportunity for that high-low to be played. And it forced the Broncos onto a bit of a backup plan there.
Wow. Six Shot is taken over for sure.
Oh, man.
But the money's still so weird. They win the round, but they don't really have enough to buy here.
They could use the rocket coming up soon. And like a lot of ults here for Kansas is what I'm getting at. And these are the round-winning ults.
Big ones. Orbital Strike. Annihilation even. So valuable, and they are able to be used. Different setup here. They're playing Brim towards spawn, able to smoke both sites. That's indicative of a retake setup. The dart finds Sky is able to take down the camera, but not before it pings him. Information gained. Voltorb or Skelesis sets up the Armageddon, and in it goes. It clears out all of Utah, or U-Haul. Oh, but causes trap. So much damage. Down to 45 HP. Orbital Strike comes through. No kills found, though. Skelesis the first and the second. Wow. Opens the site right up, but they're all here. Macro back the other way, as well as Six Shot. Prestige and Skies. Oh, what a play from Skies. 20 HP on bench, but he stands tall and takes down all the players. It looks scary for a second with Macro getting such important kills, but Prestige and Skies did not budge as Prestige has died 2 times and they've lost 2 rounds.
That is that is just crazy. The only rounds that they've lost are the ones where he's died. And also, that shot from bench from Skies, I feel like every single time we're on bind,
there's no way I can.
Every single time we're on bind, we see Skies kill a guy who's jump peeking.
It's so insane. Like, those shots are so much harder than you would ever expect. It looks easy because we can see them through the walls and know when they're gonna do it, but you're not expecting people to jump when you're just holding an angle.
Never.
So it's so impressive to be able to make that adjustment. This setup gives a lot of space to the Broncos. They're going to be able to see the trip. Camera spots him, and War just peeks out, right-click, annihilates Prestige, and if we trust the statistics...
If we trust the forecast, this is a lost round for the Broncos.
But they're going to work to bring it back. Still have the weapon advantage, and they've grouped all their players. They've done exactly what they need to do. Trip has been spotted, and the refract allows Skies to get out with his life. In goes Master onto the site, but the Trip isn't down yet. Skies buys him some time, but the Bomb Buddy, the one to find to kill somebody. Please get the Trip. It finally goes down, but War gets another to trade. 2v3. Cause wants to fight. Swings the first. Goggles gets the trade. Skelesis alive. Stuns on the first. Transfer, but Macro no! What a swing! Thrifty round as Kansas get to 3, and he was crab walk peeking with a stinger ADS.
Disgusting.
I've never seen someone play like that in all my life, and I've played in gold.
Oh, man.
That was crazy, but the difference between gold and radiant is if it works. And it worked for Macro this time as he gets to upgrade now to the Vandal.
Remember maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago when we overheard one of the players saying, Cypher is OP now. No one knows how to shoot his trip out anymore. It's true.
It hit 3 players. That's literally the dream scenario. Haunt, not so much. Immediately taken out.
Immediately shot.
And the barrier mesh too. You throw both of those and now, and the grab net. All your info you've gotten is that players are B site. Like, we know. In goes the Guiding Light. Backside, though, there's still 3. It's going to have to be contended with. The Guiding Light might be a little deceitful.
Man.
Bullseye has a timing, but it's traded quickly. Skies up onto that box. He's done it twice now, and this time it finds 2. Seems like every round is a 2v3 retake in some way, and this time the Broncos have the player advantage as well. The Viper's pit coming through, but Skies hasn't left, and then he holds, can't find the spray, 6 shot, so ready for the second as well, but they don't expect this play. Surely Skelesis has walked around, tap comes through, up on the spike, gets the first, but no, Util spots the head, solo, 6 shot, gets sprayed down, and Skelesis clutches the round off a late flank, and that is gonna be your unbottled play of the game. That was your unbottled play of the game, presented by local dairy farm families. Perform, refuel, recover, repeat. Visit unbottled.com to learn more and think about Skelesis did that last map, and it works, and he does it again this map.
The exact same play, just new paint on it.
I mean, you would just never, every single time you're expecting him to be Octagon or Garden, you're never going to expect him to walk Hookah there in a million years.
The pings on the map are telling me that something dangerous might be going on. Look at the ultimates that we can combine here.
Oh no, Armageddon, it pulls him into the middle of the site and Convergent Paths lines him up. It hits everyone, Skies pushing through, the first found through the smoke. Goggles just got that war finally taken down as Skies still towards backside, able to deliver, and Goggles, the last one to fall. A convincing, fast round for the Broncos who use ults, and they get their result.
Yeah, able to just completely win that round off of the back of those ults. I mean, we see it here. The Armageddon forces them to stand in the only spot where they won't die on sight. And then the Jayhawks are all slowed to oblivion. There's nothing really to do there other than just, oh, the Broncos have both these ults. We just can't play the site at all.
You just got to expect it or play ahead of it. But really, the Jayhawks haven't played ahead of really anything.
No, that's been a trend on both maps, and it's something the Broncos have been abusing quite a bit. As Kaz walks up on this lurk.
Again, the barrier mesh, it's just thrown out and instantly annihilated. It just seems difficult. I think you would like to have it like right now as Skies is already pushed up so far, and he has an insane timing elbow. This is ridiculous. They're already walked up so far. The site hasn't been taken though, actually, and now it makes things a little weird, but Skies already out on the flank. There's no way they're gonna be looking here. Gets the first, the second, and the third, all lined up for Skies, and now he wants the ace. Refrag pop, war available to be swung. Gets him, and one last player. It's 6 shot, the only one. And they think he's flanking alive for a little bit longer.
So many other times.
Master ready for it, and a beautiful shot. Master gets the kill. Flawless round 4 for Skies on the entry. And if you're going to take an ace, at least have it be a 1-tap.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, at least it's better than
Look at that.
stealing with a pistol.
Every time we call the unbottled play.
Well, and I almost think
just
like
as cool happens.
I was saying there's no way they expect that, but I almost feel like they probably should have, you know, and I think that's part of the problem of when you use the barrier mesh that early, it just gets shot every round. It gets shot if they're pushing, it gets shot if they're not pushing.
Yeah.
So it gets shot, and now there's nothing to stop them from just walking into elbow.
That's something you got to be very careful about as you play Deadlock. It's best to use the barrier mesh more as a Vise wall than a Sage one.
6 shot is playing really far.
Oh
what a
my
shot!
goodness.
I did not think Master was going to be ready for that, but of course he is. One tap and he might be feeling good now after those couple kills. Skelesis gets him with the concuss. It didn't used to do damage before a couple weeks ago, but now it does. Master playing forward. They know he's close, but how close do they know? Has to use the Annihilation, and Kaz gets all the trades as the Broncos get a 9-3 half on attack here.
Okay. Kansas State, 3-9 for them, right?
Hold your thought just 1 second, because Boise State Extended Studies. Get your degree on a schedule that works for you. Boise State Extended Studies offers a variety of fully online courses and degrees to help you get your degree on schedule. Visit boisestate.edu/extended studies for more details.
So the mistakes that we've been seeing from Kansas really is they're not taking enough space, they're rotating through spawn, and the deadlock barrier mesh is used at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Attack gets rid of all of those things because you just can't do them. So
Oh, they have a chance, but an early peek. Skies trades it right out. Maybe lucky to get away with his life, but he doesn't think so. He wants more, and instead shut down by Goggles. Skelesis walking back, wanting to look for the kill. Gets it. The crab walk peek again. Doesn't work for Macro, but the damage still so strong, and it's 3 players flank. It almost looks like we reset the round, and now we've got attackers and defenders again.
just a crazy setup here.
Oh, the heal,
waiting
though.
for the sky heal. It makes sense now.
And Mines, I mean, he hasn't even had to use any util yet. That's going to be so good. He can clear out 6-shot in tube if that's what he wants to do, and he does. Hits it. 6-shot has to go left. Goggles and Bullseye in support. Skelesis jumps out with the flash, and he's on site. That's the first step. And now the kills to be delivered. Skelesis, the first, the second, drops behind him, has to reload one bullet. The fight, the time is so low as 6-shot holds on despite Skelisis's best effort, and Kansas split the pistols once again.
Of course, the guy whose username is 6-shot clutches up the pistols almost every time.
It's just too fitting. Really, really great performance from 6-shot this game. But still, I mean, that was a really that was way closer than it should have been. It's crazy they were even able to jump out Hookah there.
I mean, the Broncos had literally all of their utility from 2 initiators left, so it makes sense that they were kind of able to get at least onto the site.
We know that this second round isn't as free as you might think. Goggles with that first kill might make it a little bit more free, especially the flank has been watched. B-side is completely open. And you're right, flank pretty much locked down the whole game, I would imagine. Goggles gets the plant. 3 players are already here in elbow. But it's just so difficult to get out with pistols. They're just going to be held by Spectres. They need to group up and all go together and maybe even get a little bit of luck. But Skies has bided his time, and now he gets a chance onto War, but he doesn't hear it. He peeks now into War. A chance, but War has gotten away. In the dead of night, he's crept out, and now there's 5 players all holding this. Flash comes through. Out goes Prestige. Master lines up 1 shot, but the rest can't go his way. Kansas gets up to 5. A little bit kind of looking very similar to last map here.
And so something that may have been a little puzzling if you were watching the map throughout that round was Kansas has tripped the only ways you can flank. But yet War is standing next to the trips, and you might be wondering, well, why is that? It's because he noted a Waylay on the flank, and Waylay can just jump over the tripwire, so someone has to play in the audio range. And that was the safe play there.
Yeah. Really smart play, but that's the kind of thing is when you have that player doing that, it makes your initial attack a lot weaker. So if the Broncos aren't giving up early engagements, it might be a lot more difficult for the Jayhawks to get onto site. Just without a flash, really, without a whole lot of attacker util. You're right, it is difficult to get out of Hookah in general. So towards A site they go, knowing that. Skies has been holding here since the start of the round and has such a beautiful opportunity here if they go into him. He even is backed up by Master, playing off of each other. Prestige back sight is making sure they don't get flanked, and it's too perfect. Oh, but Goggles shuts it down, but do they expect Skies in the corner? I certainly don't think so, but War does. Maybe a little bit smarter than me. It's 3v5 now. Prestige is still on site, but they might not even go to A. They won those early fights, as I mentioned, and that's kind of how you win easy rounds on attack. Prestige has to make something happen. Swings through. The first is found. It's perfect. That is exactly what you want. 1 kill, no damage, and he's out. The rest of the team are on B. They're holding, they're waiting. Backed up, and that's not a lot of util. Haunt, shot out, Skelis's backside. First trade comes through, spray on the second, ready for the third. Oh, can't quite dodge the grav net, but he doesn't want them to know that he's been hit. He's hiding. Oh, but the flash! The flash is perfect!
My.
Prestige, a perfect flash. Sets up Skelis's time. Down to 13, Prestige. The dagger. 10 rounds for the Broncos.
That was like cinema. The flash comes at the exact moment.
You gotta buy. You have to buy Prestige dinner after that one, bro. He saved your life so perfectly. Right as he's about to get swung, the guiding light comes through and just puts Macro in a terrible position. Instead of being the one to peek a grav-netted player, he's now the one peeking blind.
Oh man, just a complete reversal of the situation there. Master with this early smoke, maybe playing aggressive with that Sheriff, but the bomb buddy chooses otherwise.
Ooh, it goes through teleporter, so not really what they wanted. It didn't really clear out anything. And I like playing up this far, because if he makes noise with Skies, is getting info. But as I was saying, if he makes noise or gets a little bit of contact, they now have to use so much utility to clear out everything, instead of if he's just playing backside, they can just walk up and take the space for free. And as I'm yapping on, Skelisys takes the fight onto Goggles, and that's an amazing kill. Just as I was mentioning, First Blood so important for attack, they're just as important for defense. Barrier net comes through, but Prestige just sits down. Macro. You can kill him with a blind, you can kill him with a bullet.
Again!
As he peeks more! Prestige keeps going! 4K for Prestige! All headshots, no problem. Flawless for the Broncos.
And there's zero reaction from him.
He doesn't even
Just
care.
another day here.
Oh, he even looks, he's like, he's just thinking about what Skelisys is going to buy him for dinner.
Off of that guiding light last round, huh?
What a play. So this is such an important spot to hold. The attack literally cannot play if they can't take U-Haul. And it's
Prestige just
perfect.
one-man army.
I mean, when you're talking about who has the best mechanics on this squad, his name is certainly at the top of the list. It's a difficult conversation, but he is there. He's showing why. Kansas has to respect it a little bit more. Util shot and Prestige is peeking. He wants to fight war, a little gap maybe in the smoke, not quite. Instead, it's just a lot of util used. Not a lot of space, really. Prestige retaking this angle. Psychopath behavior, fighting war, and finds the kill. Won't stop peeking. Master's turn now. They're all lined up and they're all so low. And look at that. They're all hit by Skies, who is the one to benefit off of it. A 4K maybe of his own. He's going in, but it's Prestige to get the last in 12 rounds. A full house for the Broncos and one more to go.
I feel like when there's one enemy remaining, Prestige hears that voice line play in his headphones and just becomes Thanos, quite frankly. It's like
he's died 6 times this game.
Oh my.
Literally, how?
How is that possible?
That's so insane, like, and it's so valuable as an initiator because your util is, for the most part, some of the most valuable in the game, and when you're dying, you're not using it. Instead, he's been alive, able to use all of his stuff every single round. Master chasing these kills pretty hard. As a lot of util comes through, but they actually buy themselves time. Armageddon maybe a little bit OD. War gets the first. Skies shut down to the teleporters. They want to end this thing now. Ultimates come through. Seekers note the rotate, and Prestige has an amazing flank timer.
My.
He knows no one's
Look at
waiting.
the setup.
Oh my goodness, Prestige could be big. He could be so large here if he's able to make this play. Master peeking out backside. The timing, not great, but he adjusts and gets the first. Cause gets the lurk as well. And Prestige, oh, but he might be flanked. Prestige, does he hear the footsteps? He tucks in, Gets the first, the second delivered, the third towards U-Haul. Looks like Prestige knows, and he
Takes
gets
the
everything.
goal.
Prestige delivers on all the kills. What a map as the Broncos win 13-5. And when that's your sub, that's your sub.
That's the sub.
What?
And he's going 24-6, I believe.
24-6-9. Just, oh yeah, just a little thumbs up. That's all he's got to show. There's more games to be played. He's not stressing yet.
Job is not finished.
Wow, what a game from the Broncos. Jayhawks putting up a decent fight. A lot of very, very close rounds, but all the margins seemed to go to the Broncos. Prestige picking up that MVP, and 100 econ rating is insane. Like, that's like Smurfing ranked type numbers.
Yeah, that means that for every credit he spent, he got basically a kill. For every 1,000 credits he spent. So if he bought a sheriff, it's a kill is what that stat means, which is
that's insane.
Absurd.
It's so insane, but well played. The Broncos now 12-1 as they move forward. Couple of tough opponents later in the season, of course. Looking forward to the Ohio State Buckeyes game, but today, I mean, they've got to be pretty happy about how they're looking. So for us, seems like we've got the highlighted player of the match. We've got some clips from them, and then we've got an interview with them as well. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, and thank you for watching.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. Is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great. Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
How's it look so far?
Great.
Comfortable?
Yes.
Times and places all in who you share 'em with. Joy,
I got in.
who you share it with.
This is a great view, so you're all about to
Who you share it with.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Now earn up to 4 times the rewards with the ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card. It's the credit card from the credit union you love.
Tedwood cuts him off, tries to take the 1v1 with Has the timing, gets the first. Prestige standing tall, waiting for the wrap, and gets it again. Prestige with the dagger on 2 straight rounds to get the first. Important for defense. Comes through when Prestige just sits down back row. You can kill him with a blind, you can kill him with a bullet. Again! Prestige peaks more! Prestige keeps going for first cause, gets the lurk as well. And Prestige, oh, but he might be flanked. Prestige, does he hear the footsteps? He tucks in, gets the first, the second delivered towards U-Haul. Looks like Prestige knows, and he gets every. Hello and welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena, where we follow up quick 2-0 victory, 13-6, 13-5, I believe, in the favor of the Broncos. And now we have an interview with the GOAT himself, Skies. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Coming off the 2-0 win. It's nice.
Okay, so my first question was, I was kind of sad to not see Kuroda. I felt like specifically, like, that's like your best map, at least when I watch. Like, how you're moving on the Waylay is just insane, specifically on that map. So is there a reason you're going away from that? Just not feeling it right now, or
we're not going away from it per se. I think
just keep it in the pocket.
Yeah, I think Bind is our favorite map to play. But if that gets banned, Kuroda's we're just as comfortable on as well. So either one, pretty much. It depends on what the other team bans, and we're comfortable to play either one. So
I mean, I think you might have lost Bind maybe once.
Yeah.
Like, is there a reason why you guys are just so crazy? It's just the amount of time that you've all had together to play and just get those, like, because I was saying it's cool when you're able to calm, like, hey, set me up, I'm about to peek, flash me in, but it's even cooler when you can do it without saying anything.
Yeah.
And I see so much of that from you guys. Like, is it just a build-up of that over time?
Yeah, we play Sky Teo, it makes it really easy to play attack because we have so much info, and I think everyone on that map is on, like, their favorite character to play, maybe besides Marshall, but Austin for sure, like Sky. So we're all very comfortable on the roles, and we know how to play off each other, so it just works out well. And we were kind of talking a little bit about now. I mean, you guys are the 1 seed. Actually, I think 2 wins ahead now because you're 12-1 with Ohio State's currently on a bye round as well, or a bye week as well. And they had just lost 2-0 to Michigan State, who you had beat pretty handedly. So, like, in your last matchup. So, just how are the guys feeling about that one? Like, are you going into that thinking that this is your time now? Like, last time you might have gotten us, but this is ours. Yeah, we beat Ohio State 2-0 in a different league we were in as well. So we're all feeling pretty confident. I think we all know that we're the best team in PEC right now. We're happy to prove it when we play Ohio State.
Certainly moving, like, at the vibes, of course, high, and it's just so crazy to me that you basically just have a 6-man roster, and it's not like, because for a lot of teams, right, like maybe there's 4 guys who are for sure, and then that 5th spot, but no, like you have a bunch of insane players, and it's so crazy that you're able to kind of go with kind of just whatever composition you're looking for, whether it's Marshall's playing like KJ, Austin, of course, likes Sky. I kept saying Skies while we were playing the game because I mix them up, but is there like a character that you like the most? They've got you on like perma Waylay duty, but you said like everyone's on their favorite character. Is that definitely Waylay for you?
Yeah, Waylay is definitely my favorite character to play. She's fun to I can get out whenever I want, and they can set me up with flashes, and it's pretty fun,
And final question, it's a bit more of a fun one, but I was thinking while I was watching Austin cook, I was like, who does have the best mechanics on the team? Like, I feel like it's either you or Austin, so I don't know. Like, I wanted to hear your input on it. Of course, you get to see them play a lot more than I do.
Yeah, I would say Austin's the best at like the aim lab stuff, so it translates the game a lot for sure. I don't know. We're all like pretty peak right now in our performance. So
not trying to sow any division in the team.
I would say it's pretty even, to be honest.
Okay. Well, great play from you today. Of course, I mean, first map, even you had positive ADR, so that's all that really counts. And then second map really took over, so always so fun to watch you guys play, and I'm so excited for the big games late in the season as you move on holding that first seed. So congratulations on your win today. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Shout out Delaney in the crowd. She always comes to our games. My girlfriend and her parents are watching at home, so shout out. And my mom too.
Appreciate everyone watching as well. So thank you guys all for coming out today. Make sure not to miss any PEC Valorant games, come on. I mean, you see the games, come on. So thank you all, and we will see you next week.